Hey, let's go. Yeah, ready now, bro.
And we're back with Unforgettable Conversations,
Yes, sir.
Season 2,
Yes, sir.
Episode 9?
12.
9.
What number are we?
9.
2.5.
Because we did 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Episode 9.
I have no
Mhm.
clue.
We're going to do 13 episodes, and then we're going to end that season, jump over to Season 3.
And then come back in 3 years.
Yeah. So we got Donnie Darko. We
You already
got
know what it
the
is.
Skipper. And then we have Tony the Tiger.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Mr. Sandman himself.
Mr. Sandman himself.
Mr. Roe v. Wade in the house.
Rovi.
Really,
Roe
bro?
v. Wade. Yeah. Dude, that's staying
Silence
with you,
your
bro.
phones.
Not mine.
Not me.
That's my mom.
It's not me. You know me.
That might have been me.
My
bad.
fault.
All right. So today we're going to be talking about
Aliens.
aliens.
It's going to be interesting.
And
It's gonna be
Mexicans.
interesting.
We kind of left off on this.
Yeah.
Last
Well,
week.
Yeah.
we're going to hear your story again. And, no.
The triangle story?
I'll go into detail a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about like some of the
Illuminati.
crazy stuff that has happened recently, like the fact that the Pentagon released
Some of the
like
crazy stuff, yeah.
files
What?
on, yeah,
Oh, you didn't know about this?
When?
You know what?
When did this happen?
That was last July.
last July, and then recently they released more, I think more files
Yeah.
or more reports.
Where on-
about
or on
near
what?
miss, near like there was like, I think it was like
Like
24
near-miss encounter.
near
It's
miss,
the-
no near miss crashes from pilots almost.
Do you guys
hitting
know if you type
unidentified.
in Illuminati backwards, where it sends you to?
To
I think it sends you to the Wendy's website.
No.
Disney.com.
Type in Illuminati backwards.
Like, type it out backwards?
Type it out backwards.
Just say where does it
For
send
real,
you?
dog. Just say it.
It sends you to the CIA website.
Really?
So,
Mhm.
in like Google search, let's see.
I did not know that.
No, I'm not down to do that, bro.
So Illumin. Wait.
You think that's just a coincidence?
Let's see.
Illuminati.
Let's see. Alex is looking it up on
Backwards.
Google right now.
Just the Wi-Fi is a little slow.
Yeah, it's been going slow recently.
So what is it? Itanimuli.
Itanimuli.
All right, let me look that up.
Oh my
Ita-
God. Hurry up. Nah.
I don't wanna.
The Bromigos are
Look,
waiting.
Hurry up. I got a cold brew.
Itanimuli.
There you go.
Oh,
The NSA,
it
the
does.
National Security Agency, NSA Cybersecurity Prevents and Eradicates.
maybe it's something like when you type in like how to make a bomb, it sends you to like the
Well,
homeland and
but yeah, this is legit. Like,
or the
there's the
What is it called?
General
The
Foreign
National
Intelligence
Security-
Insights, NSA, and the NSA,
NSA?
and the
What is the mission?
CIA,
What does the
FBI?
mission statement say?
mission statement.
Our mission.
well either way,
Commission.
either way.
All right, go ahead.
So a while back, the Pentagon did release files, pretty much declaring that they had found, I think, what was it, 9 aircrafts that they don't know who made them or how they were made, and they believe it's extraterrestrial.
Where did they find these?
or
I
North
don't
Korea.
They didn't really give details about it. And then
No,
there's
they
also
just said they found them.
Yeah.
But they didn't give details. Okay.
yeah, and then they also released 2 videos of, I think it was the Go Fast video, and like there was another one where pretty much the video shows
An explosion.
Air Force pilots tracking down something that's going way faster than them, and they're on jets.
Oh, okay.
And they get it on the radar. That's the only way that they can catch it, and it's like a small tic tac, and they're just tracking it, and it's going crazy fast. Yeah. And
Wow, I didn't know that.
it's
That's
literally
crazy.
it doesn't look like it has a some type
Like
of
a pilot.
like a pilot
It
or a
appeared to
propeller.
be unmanned
Yeah, unmanned. They don't know what it was, but it was going way
or
too fast. because
unaliened.
It was going like, I think it was like
It's almost at
almost
speed
a
of
foot
sound.
above
Just kidding.
sea level, and then going like 50,000 feet up in the air.
Oh, it's just going
like sideways, doing maneuvers that shouldn't be possible in any type of aircraft that our military or the belief of other militaries would have, as far as like that type of technology.
It's crazy.
Yeah. North Korea, man.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of possibilities that it could be like some type of aircraft that
The Mexican Air Force.
some other government might have, like the Mexican Air Force, North Korea, China, who knows? I mean, Russia. I mean, because think about it, like, let's say 50 years ago, you saw someone flying around in a drone.
Yeah,
Like a
you're
regular
tripping out.
drone.
Like,
You'd-
what
you'd be
the
tripping out,
heck?
right?
For real.
Yeah, because those things, one, obviously they're too small for a human to be on them. Two, they sound weird because they're like,
Yeah.
and they
What if
sometimes
it's like
have
time
lights.
travel? Like, what if it's someone from the future?
So now you're saying you believe in time travel or aliens?
No, I said what if?
Yeah,
Well,
what's, what's crazy?
You, like you personally saw this.
If I saw that,
Yeah,
saw what, like a drone?
like a drone.
Well, I mean, we have that now.
No, I'm saying back
He's
then.
saying back then,
Before
like,
you knew it was a drone.
like hypothetically speaking, like
Yeah, what would your mind go to first?
Yeah.
Before you even knew drones were a thing,
The government.
you think it's our government?
Yeah. Or
somebody
another
else's
government.
But let's say the most you ever saw was just like a regular plane from our government.
Yeah, you're looking.
Like, we're talking
this
about,
is
like-
this is something that appears to be higher advanced or way more advanced than
Yeah.
our.
You don't
current
think the
things.
government like hides things from us?
yeah,
Yeah.
They, of course they do.
Yeah, of
They don't
course.
have like some kind of aircrafts that probably go at the speed of sound, that have those maneuvers from going vertically, horizontally at high speeds without even having to adjust.
No, I don't believe so.
Dude, I think
I don't believe so. You think they've created something that defies gravity?
If drones are already
drones are
doing
pretty
crazy
advanced
things like
if you
that,
think about them.
though, even the little ones,
I
don't you
believe
think
that,
they could create
yeah.
big ones?
Because okay, think about it. If you could get a drone, and I don't know if you've seen a couple drone
things are
videos.
fast.
Well, they do
Those
shows.
freaking go.
Yeah,
They go
like,
fast.
yeah.
Think about the Super Bowl.
200 kilometers
they had,
in 5 seconds.
They had the Pepsi.
Yeah, they were doing show like
yeah,
they were
yeah,
doing
they
a
did
show
shows,
with
yeah.
in
like,
the air with drones.
they gotta be programmed.
What if
They're
it's just a
programmed
couple of drones to
drones.
look like a triangle and then they're just flying around?
This guy.
Hey, you never know.
It has to be backed
so
by
you think
science.
they've made something like that, like a larger version of it?
Could be.
Could be, or do you believe it?
No, I don't know. I'll believe when I see it, when I know.
Okay, Alex,
So you need to
have
see it in order to believe it.
You're one of those.
See it and know. It
You
has to be proven by
so you
science.
have no
by
faith. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. So do you believe in God?
No
based on
faith in no, and there are factual evidence to believe in God. You know, just like
course.
gravity. You believe in it, right? You're not going to just jump out of a 3-story building. You know, it's gravity's going to kill you.
It's a law, bro.
You can't see it, right?
It's a
But
law.
you can feel it.
You can't break
That's
it.
God.
okay, based on what you know and have seen, Alex, do you believe there's aliens?
Yes or no question.
See, that's one of those questions you can't
Well, it
give
doesn't
a yes or no.
no,
Yeah,
no.
it doesn't have to be a yes or no.
Yes or no? No, I'm
No,
just kidding.
it
I'm
doesn't have to
kidding.
be yes or no.
Like,
I'm,
What have you experienced? Okay, how about we question this?
There's
Have
different
you- have-
possibilities.
have you
we don't know if there's
seen-
life outside of our world, our Earth.
Have you seen
Demons.
anything out of?
Have you heard the different
With
theories
demons.
that we could be the only ones in the universe, or that maybe there is life in other universes?
I think so.
It could be advanced, or it could be in a way
Modern.
like very like caveman
Caveman-ish,
like,
yeah.
okay, okay, okay.
where they're not even advanced,
yeah,
or maybe
yeah.
it's different
Mhm.
life form.
What's
or
also
maybe
the
it's
way you
different type of
define? Yeah, it's
life.
also
It is, you know.
it's also the way you define life because they recently
I
found
mean, plants are
bacteria. No, they
plants.
found bacteria
Bacteria.
on Mars.
Yeah,
So if you consider that
it's a living organism.
a living organism,
They gotta
they
clean
could
Mars
technically
more
be
than-
considered an alien.
Didn't they find?
Oh, yeah, I
Didn't
would
they find
agree.
water
Would
too,
agree.
or am I just tripping?
Water
They
is
said that
not
there
living.
could be water, like a couple.
Oh, I know it's not living.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, water.
A couple a while ago. I guess
Arrowhead.
there was like frozen water or something like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
but they found bacteria in on Mars. So if that's considered a living organism, you could technically say that's an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay,
to
so
answer your
tell-
question, I can't say yes or no to
Yeah,
aliens.
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
it's a hard question.
Yeah. We're not
Tell-
gonna force anyone either.
Tell us your story.
All right. I know I kind of mentioned it in the previous one, but
Go into detail, like
I'll-
everything
I'll
you
go
said.
into detail a little bit, like-
How
like-
old were you? Who are you with?
okay. So I
Time
think,
of day.
to be honest, I think I was probably like 10, 11.
It was a summer day.
I knew it was summer because it was bright outside. I'm
Uh-huh.
100% sure because it was during the day. I mean, I don't remember going to school that day.
The time of the day differentiates the weather or the climate and the
It does.
the time of the year.
That too.
Point is, it was summer and it was bright outside.
Okay.
All right. And then I remember playing with we were just like in the patio. Just there was like because I lived in apartments, and there was like a patio where you could play whatever. And my friend and it was just one of my friends, Chris. His name was Christian.
Oh, you didn't have to. Okay.
He's not gonna watch this.
Just keep
He's
going.
gonna be on the podcast. It's fine. He's gonna be on the podcast.
His name's Christian. He was kind of like a childhood friend. We went to high school, middle school, elementary, But point is I remember one time we were playing with scooters outside, and we were just playing, and then we just so happened to look up to the sky, and we just saw this object. But at the moment when we looked up, it wasn't like moving. It wasn't like, it was just still, right? And like how I said it in the previous in the previous podcast, it wasn't like super close down to Earth. It was, you could see it above the clouds. It wasn't cloudy, but you could see like where the clouds are at. And me and my friend were like, I asked my friend, I even asked him, I was like, do you see that? He's like, yeah. I mean, we were like 10 or 11, so we were kids. I'm like, oh, let's go follow it. And like, we went out, like I said, we went out to the street. And as we were pedaling to make our way to the street, we kept looking up to see if it was still there. It was still there. And then we saw it moving. And as it was moving, we were trying to follow it again. And then we would look at we would be looking up, to see if it was still there. And then I want to say like this was in a span of like probably like 5 minutes, all this. So, and then we look up again and it's not there. And we're like, oh, it disappeared or it went away. But it did not look like a plane. It didn't look like any of that, Because you know how the planes, they just
Cruise
Yeah,
and
they
they
cruise.
just travel at
This
a
thing was like-
steady rate.
Was it at the same level that a plane would be, or lower?
honestly,
Like,
I
how
think
far
I
away
think
do
it
you
was a
think it
bit
was?
higher. It was higher.
Oh, even higher.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
higher. But you were still able to see it. It wasn't tiny.
So it was big.
It was big. Yeah, it was big. But like I said, it looked like that ship,
Yeah.
from Star Wars. I don't know what it's called.
The
but-
triangle one?
yeah, triangle.
Oh,
It's got to be
yeah.
one up from the Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
like kind of like
The gray
remember,
one.
It's not
Super
the Death
Smash
Star.
Bros. The
Yeah,
Fox
it's
Fox ships.
Fox's mothership. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Fox's mothership.
I mean, I don't know what that looks like, but yeah, it looked,
You
it
wanna
looked,
see-
it
I'll
looked
show
like
you
a
a picture of
triangle.
it.
It's
But
like
point,
a triangle ship.
yeah, but
Yeah.
point is, like, we looked up in the sky and it disappeared. So like that's, I mean, when I saw that, I was like, I was a kid. I was tripping out. I was like, what the heck? Is that for real?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes to the question, like, do you believe? You ask yourself the question, like, do you believe in aliens or what, or do
Life.
you or yeah? But to be honest, I was
Or-
just kind of like, I mean, to this day, I guess honestly, I do agree there's some type of form,
Life
life-
outside of this
yeah,
world.
I agree.
This is Fox's mothership. So
Did it look
Yeah.
like that?
no, no.
so,
but I
so
do-
Tony, what you're saying is that event made you believe in aliens or UFOs at least, or
And I want to say UFOs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because it's one thing to say aliens, and it's another thing to
yeah,
say
because what if it was
UFOs?
just something, I don't know, so it could be something else,
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, it was just, yeah. I think it was a UFO, and who knows who was in there.
Yeah.
What if it was, I don't know, to be honest. So, yeah, it was a trip. I know people don't hear about those stories a lot, but it was it was crazy to see at that time.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
time. We're talking about like more than 12 years ago.
Imperial
Yeah.
13, 14.
Imperial Star Destroyer.
there you go.
There you go. Let me
That's
see.
what it
Let me see a picture.
That's gonna be the
That's what it
triangle
looks like.
looking ship.
Yeah, there you go. It looks something like this.
Imperial
You guys
Star.
can't see it. What's it called?
Imperial
Imperial Star
Destroyer.
Destroyer. Look it up, guys. But it looked brown. So,
Brown.
Brown. Okay.
Interesting.
anyways, I know that's kind of a trip. A lot of people don't have those, I guess you could say, encounters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I was.
Except for us.
Yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
had that.
You guys.
Oh yeah, tell us the story
Oh,
Tell us the
okay.
story.
So
of the illegal alien.
It's kind of weird.
Illegal.
How do I? Okay, so
Simplify it for the simple-minded people like me.
I'll simplify it because when it first happened, me and Danny, we shared a room.
Uh-huh.
We were younger,
Uh-huh.
A bunk bed.
a bunk bed, and we had it next to a window. So I could kind of like
You can see
there
the
was
sky.
maybe like 4 inches of the window that I could see, and the rest of it was Danny. Like Danny.
Oh,
Danny-
so you guys could both see outside.
yeah, so we both could technically see outside. It's just I could not see up, and Danny couldn't see above the bunk bed.
Like that.
Mm.
So, I was already on top of the bunk bed. I would sleep on the top. Danny would sleep in the bottom, and this was at night. And this was a house in Ventura that we lived in, and we noticed something. And this happened more than once. It happened. I think think like twice or 3 times.
What?
That it happened twice.
Mm,
I remember it twice. It happened 2 different times. One
think
time it was
the
just
first
me
time
and
was
you.
very quick, right?
The first time was very quick. The
But the second time was very
long.
long.
Yeah.
And so this didn't even happen. Was it the same day that it happened?
No, this was different times. I
So
think
it was like
must have
a,
been
like different
3
day.
months later.
How many years ago was this?
I mean, so I was walking
Or-
to elementary school.
Or what year
Danny
was
would Danny would walk to elementary school.
So
and I was
this
already
is
in
anywhere
middle school.
from
2008?
So 2009.
This was anywhere from when I was in
2000.
3rd grade to maybe even
So it must have been somewhere between 2006 to 2008.
I was probably
Somewhere
fourth,
around that time.
4th, 5th grade maybe.
Yeah. And I was already in middle school. I
He was in
like
middle school.
7th grade or 8th grade.
So
Something like that.
the first time that it happened, we were just like, wait a second, what happened? Okay, so I mean to make it
So how
To go
old were you
straight
guys
to it.
again?
so I was in 3rd, 4th.
We were in middle school. You would have been in middle school
Yeah,
too.
you two would have been
like
in middle school.
7th grade, 8th
I was
grade.
in elementary. I
Okay.
was like 4th, 5th grade maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're laying in bed and we're talking because sometimes we'll talk right before we go to sleep, and we're talking, and then
I
out
remember
of
that.
nowhere,
With my little brother.
it literally was like
boom.
something turned on
Yeah.
outside, and it was like, you know how like
It's
when
like
you
those the
you know when
construction lights.
yeah
Oh,
you know
those
when
big
like the
lights?
Very
yeah, but
bright
you know
lights.
how like the street lights, they sometimes they'll turn on and they're like
Like,
on
yeah.
on a timer, so that you'll just be like it'll be dark in the street and then they just turn on and it's like boom. So it was like that. Something turned on, and we're like,
But it was
the-
bright.
The light is green.
It was a green light.
It's green, like
neon green.
the
like
temperature.
No way.
maybe more
yeah,
green than
more
that.
green
like,
than- maybe
that
more
looks more
green than
teal
that.
than anything.
You
but
guys
like,
can't really see it, but it was like
it was like a bright
was a
flash
like a-
green neon light.
yeah.
You don't
I
have
mean,
It's hard to
anything green?
describe. It's hard to describe.
It's hard to describe. Just look up neon green.
Yeah, neon green, and it was like a tint, like if they just had a light bulb with a green on it.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Turned it on.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Bright,
but
bright.
bright. And
Like,
we
it
were
was
like, it was
piercing through
right
our
next to
room.
yeah, it was coming
Like
into
it
the
lit
room.
up our whole room actually.
Yeah. So now the room is like green too.
No
but
way.
Not like the green is inside, but it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's
But
coming
the
in
obviously the
and it's
reflection, you know.
So we're like, what the heck is that? And I'm like over here like trying to see
So I
through
would
these,
just-
like 4
Through.
inches. And I'm like,
It was super
And-
noticeable. Like,
Yeah.
Very noticeable.
we
yeah.
were Danny could see outside and he could see the side of the house and it was everywhere.
Yeah.
But he looked up, he's like, I can't see it
hmm
because the bunk bed's right
The
there.
bunk bed was in the
And
way.
I stuck my head and I was like, no, I can't see it either.
Yeah.
So we jumped off, and I was like, maybe it's just the side of the house. Like maybe someone's like a spotlight or something.
Yeah.
So I go to the window that's like right next to our bed that faces the front of the house, and same thing. The entire neighborhood, it's like green. Well, almost.
yeah.
almost.
It was
'Cause you
really
could
going
see
on
at
that
the
side
end
of the house. Yeah.
Like it was our house, and then maybe like the neighbor's house and the other neighbor's house, and like the middle of the street, and then the rest you could see where it stopped. And it was back to
Oh.
normal.
Yeah. So picture. Let me try to paint a picture for you. So if you're standing on the middle of the street, right, you're facing our house. The left side of our house, actually the house to the left of us, that's where the light was like initially
Like,
coming
right
from.
on
There-
top.
So there was like this. If there's a light coming from the sky, it's going straight on that house, and so that's why it was like bleeding into our room.
Kind of like a helicopter with the
With like-
yeah, yeah.
lights. Imagine like that. Like,
But it was-
obviously you can tell like what areas aren't hit, but you can tell exactly what area, is being hit.
But it was the
It was a green light.
And our
Green
room
light.
was on the left.
But it was
of the house.
But it was the house that was next to you guys to
not
the left.
our house, but that one.
That was
but it
being
was being
lit.
affected too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Was
and
it,
the neighbor's house on the other side too. So like our house
Yeah.
kind of seemed like it was in the middle of it, but it was like coming from over here.
Yeah.
So we're tripping out. We're like I go towards the front of the window that's facing the street. I could see like, okay, this ends like 20 feet past the house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the light's no longer shining over there. So the first time it happened, I think it kind of like
Maybe like 10 seconds or
yeah,
something, right?
we were trying to like see what it was, and then it just stopped,
Mhm.
and we're like, what the heck? And then after that we were just like, okay, I mean, maybe the neighbors were weird and they had a spotlight on the roof, and
Yeah.
something was
We didn't think
pointing.
too much of it actually.
Yeah.
Like at that time,
It was just
like,
kind of. It
whoa,
seemed
like,
kind of dumb. It seemed like
weird.
like someone was just trying out their light and then turned it
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Something.
Yeah.
So we're thinking, the neighbor probably has a spotlight on the roof. It is what it is.
Mhm.
We go to sleep. I think it was like maybe 3 months later
Yeah.
or so, 4
Yeah.
months or so. it happens again, but this time for way longer.
3-4
Yeah.
months later.
Yeah.
3-4 months later, it happens for
And now
5
it's not just me and Danny. That
how many
see it.
minutes? How many minutes?
Oh,
did it go?
this must have been like
20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you guys go outside at
Yeah.
any point to like
I
see
did.
what it was?
I
I did.
think him and Jackie.
I went with Jackie,
Uh-huh.
and okay, so
first-
same thing happened,
Mm-hmm.
but instantly we're over here like, oh, we're gonna see this
Yeah.
time. We get off our beds, we go and we open the door into the hallway, and our sister's room was on the other side. Their door was already open.
Before that happens, we were like talking like loud, right? And then
yeah,
that's
we were
when,
like, oh, it's happening again, it's happening
you
again,
know?
and
they overheard, I think, right?
they overheard. So they had their door already open. We opened our door, and I went into the room, and you could see it on their 2 windows too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
So it
they're,
was
they're
in
seeing
their room,
it. Yeah.
too.
My sister, one of the sisters, it's literally right
Right
the
on her
window
bed,
is
yeah.
right on her bed. The other one, it's like hitting the corner of the bed because it's like the other window space
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there. So we're like, you could see into the backyard now, and everything is green, including the garage, and you can see everything. It's like weird, like super weird. So we go outside. Instantly, right when we go outside, it's like the weirdest thing ever because we thought it was above the neighbor's house, but you look straight up and it was like if you were looking right into a light
Uh-huh.
above the house and then off.
So you're telling me that right when you guys looked up, it just turned off.
We could see that it was like it's like if you looked at the light right now, like these can lights.
Yeah.
You look at it and it's green and it just turns off.
Oh.
But it's
And
a
you
light
don't
just
see
coming.
anything
It's a
else.
light just coming from the
But
sky.
what's under? But what? So once that green light turns off, what's behind that? Or
It's nothing.
Just the sky.
Just the sky.
just the sky, just like
Just the
that?
The sky.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything leave.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything.
No, but the light was
it didn't
going
make
right
sense.
over the house.
Yeah,
Not
And
our house.
It wasn't
our
like
neighbor's
a,
house.
Yeah, it wasn't like a helicopter was flying by. Dude, this
There was
light
no
was
noise.
still the entire time.
And there was no noise.
There was no
like, you would've
noise. There was
heard.
nothing. It wasn't like shaking like it normally does if it was like someone with a spotlight or
Yeah.
anything. It was literally like I want to say it must have been 50 feet above the house, and it was just a spotlight, and it just turns off, and it's gone.
Mhm.
And we're tripping out because not only did Danny and Sarah see it, but my sister saw it while we were outside, and we're just tripping out like, what did we just see? So,
But now the other crazy part is our neighbor. Now we've always known our neighbor was kind of weird.
they
Right?
were weird.
They were weird.
They were really weird. That's
How
why
weird?
the first
Yeah.
time
Weird.
Well, the first time we
Yeah,
thought
just
they were
weird.
messing with the lights.
Like-
That weird. Like they're the type of people to buy something like on Amazon
Uh-huh.
that would have that. So we thought it was them the first time. The second time we're like, okay, there's no way it's them because this is like way above their house, way above our house, and
Did
we
you
can't
ever
tell
make
what it is.
contact with them and ask them like, hey, there was a green light. Did you guys see it?
No,
No.
Bro,
they,
that
were,
would-
they kept to
they
themselves.
were. They were. I'm telling you, like they were weird.
They were
like,
weird.
They were like if you were to ask like all the neighbors in the neighborhood, they were
They
like,
were
the
probably
weird
the
ones.
weirdest ones.
Like
Yeah.
they wouldn't. I don't know. They kept to themselves.
Yeah.
Like who knows what they did in their backyard and stuff. I don't,
So you guys didn't see a drone, a plane?
No drone.
well, I didn't even go outside.
helicopter?
I
It
didn't
was just
hear-
him and
I
it was
didn't
just him and
see-
Jackie.
Did you see a,
a
boat?
helicopter. I didn't see any drones. I didn't see any. I didn't hear anything either. It
Where
was
did
just like
where did you guys live by?
right
By
next to the
Blanche
Pacific View
Reynolds?
Mall by Blanche Reynolds. It was Valmore,
Yeah.
the street.
That's
Three.
crazy.
Was it
We can go
356?
check it out. Well, not today. but
Let's go check it out. Imagine the
That
But
green
one
light.
day we
railroad
can.
tracks?
Huh?
Right behind the railroad tracks?
No.
No.
Middle of
This
the
was like
neighborhood?
in a neighborhood. Yeah.
It's my grandma's house.
It's the middle of nowhere. Oh,
No.
that's
Yeah. That's way further down. But yeah, it happened like that, and we were just like, dude, it was trippy because I was like, there's nothing that explains
Mm-hmm.
what
Nothing
we
could
saw.
explain.
Like we wanted to, obviously, we weren't thinking aliens. We were just thinking there's a helicopter with a green light on top of our house, but it wasn't,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it just turned off. And it's like,
What's
don't
crazy
hear
is we
anything.
just kind of dismissed it like for
Yeah.
a long time. Like we didn't go back and think about like, hey, remember that green light?
Mhm.
Like, why didn't we like think that was crazy like
So,
at the
you-
time?
so this is the first time you guys bring it up?
No, we brought it up.
we
you know,
brought it up a whole bunch
before.
of times.
But like at the time, like there was like after that happened, like years went on and we just never talked about it.
It was just like,
That's a trip.
I mean, what are you supposed to say? Like, oh yeah, I saw a
Like a
light.
green light. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh wow.
I think it wasn't until like aliens started becoming a thing that we started thinking like maybe that was an alien.
Maybe it wasn't. See, that's the thing.
I don't
We
know.
don't know what it was.
Yeah.
We can't say it's aliens because it's
Yeah.
like we just saw a light that was literally still above our house,
I think it was aliens.
doing nothing specifically. It wasn't a helicopter.
It was-
We for sure know it wasn't like anything that we've seen before because
Yeah.
it was just like instantly just turned off and gone.
Mm-hmm.
It was your weird.
So-
It was your. I have a feeling it was your weird neighbors.
But that high, like how
But
did they
it
get
just
a
doesn't
light
explain
that
it.
high?
No, not a light. I think they
You think
probably
the
have
alien- you
something
think-
to do with it.
They caused the light.
I feel like maybe,
look,
maybe
they
they were
caused
aliens.
Let's say this is the neighbor's house.
What
This
if
is
the-
our house?
What if the
Our
neighbors were
room-
aliens?
My room and Danny's room was right here. My sister's room was over here. And we got out, went into their room. Danny was still there with Sarah. I went with Jackie all the way to the backyard, and we got outside and we looked up. It's literally like if you're looking at this light,
That's crazy.
but it's green.
That's crazy.
It doesn't make sense. And that light is like here, like above the house, beaming down, and like it's like above their house, but it's like beaming down. So like all this area
Yeah.
is green, but you can
penumbra.
tell that at the ends of these houses,
Weren't.
they weren't being affected by it.
What's crazy is that it was their house and your house.
Well,
the
it was
neighbor's
like-
house.
it was
so
the-
it
and
was
the neighbor's house.
directly. It was directly going.
Like if it was hitting his, that
Mhm.
light was like a circle.
Yeah.
I get that.
So it was also hitting the part of this house, part of this house,
but it
and
was
part of the
directly at that house.
but directly that house.
Maybe our neighbors were aliens. I
That's a
don't-
trip.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Hey, bro.
That's what I think. Like, hey, maybe they were aliens. That's why they were weird. That's why they kept to themselves a lot. You know, and
What a-
every 3 months or something, they just went to the mothership.
What about that weird house in Misa's neighborhood?
Which one
The one that's in like a corner that
There's a
nobody
weird house?
lives in.
is there?
Yeah, you don't know about it?
I don't know about it.
Oh no,
No.
there's like a house. It's like there's cameras all over it.
But
There's
nobody
no
lives there?
cars ever parked. Is the lights are always on, bro? Like that's trippy, bro.
Maybe it's not a house. Maybe it's like a safe house.
Maybe it's like a
Yeah,
safe
that's
house.
that's literally
Yeah.
what they were saying.
Could
It's
be.
like yeah, it's
security
probably
house.
a safe house. You never know, but
I'd be down to do like a stakeout.
On
Stakeout.
what?
there's
Or
nobody
on
there.
who?
To go
Where,
and
bro?
eat steaks.
You know
On that
what?
house, on our neighbor's house, dude.
No, you know what's a trippy place that
Mm.
this is nothing related to do with aliens,
The
but
river bottom.
we always joke about it, me and Kaz, because we every single time we're like, there's no way that this place should be in business. There's a Chinese restaurant
Oh,
right next to
yeah, yeah.
Lalo's and McDonald's.
The
They
should
never
I-
have
should
any
I say the name or no?
clients.
Where?
Should I say the name or no?
No, don't say
No,
that.
I know which one you're talking about.
We
though.
can check it out later on.
Golden Check.
I do. They got to be like money laundering or something, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's literally McDonald's, that Chinese place, and Lalo's. McDonald's obviously has a lot of clientele.
Yeah.
So does Lalo's.
Lalo's too, yeah.
I've never seen any like
It's
you,
always
you pass by there.
abandoned parking lot.
There's,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
rarely ever any cars.
It has a big sign right there in the front.
Yet they're still in business,
Where's this?
and they're always in business.
On
Oxnard.
Oxnard Boulevard,
Oxnard
right
Boulevard.
after Gonzales, where you go southbound.
Yeah.
You
Before
got Del
Denny's.
Taco, and then you got the.
Yeah,
Before Denny's.
it's in Oxnard.
It's after the Bank of America, before Denny's.
That place is trippy because, dude, you every single time you go in
Before
there,
the dealership.
or you don't go in there, but you go by there,
Oh,
there's no cars. In
I
the
know
parking
which
lot.
one. I know which one. I know which one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. And somehow they're still in business.
Mhm.
Somehow,
Let's do a
They're
stakeout.
slanging, bro.
I almost want to go in there and just like
What's going
Order
on?
give me the
something.
special.
We've gone
kill
into,
you.
they what?
They kill you.
Give me the burrito express and give me the burrito.
Oh, don't start with that.
Did you ever hear about that?
Don't
No.
start with
Different
that.
podcast.
That's a different
That's a
story.
different
I don't know what
yeah,
it's.
that's a
What it
different
is.
The what? The burrito?
The
No.
different podcast.
Don't tell them.
It's a different
You're gonna
podcast.
bring it up. You're gonna go too far with it.
That's true. Yeah, never mind.
You said it in a podcast, or
No, it's a different
don't,
podcast. We'll talk about
don't
it
even talk
later.
about it.
Talk about it
We'll
in
talk
the-
about it next time.
Yeah,
Next
next
two
year.
seasons.
what?
We'll talk about it in 3 seasons when it all
On
blows over.
Season 3.
Season, yeah.
Tune in for season 3. But yeah.
Well, I have
Uh,
never had an experience, with like extraterrestrials,
Anyone?
aliens, UFOs.
I think I've seen a leprechaun one time.
Or
What?
what are you joking about?
Why are you laughing?
Joel?
Nothing.
You and I had an experience. I don't know what's so funny.
No, because
What?
you just say with anyone.
I know,
So,
and that's why I'm like Joel and I had an experience.
Oh, I don't know
Wow.
about that, bro. I don't.
Yeah, we held hands.
He's a married man now.
Was
What?
So you've never had any
Oh, yeah,
experiences
but-
or anything you've noticed that's kind of weird? I mean, ours wasn't really like an experience, but it was an experience.
kind of
It
an
was just
experience.
weird.
it is an experience.
Yeah.
I think I've
Yeah.
seen a leprechaun one time.
Shut the
I'm
heck.
not even joking.
up.
I'm not even joking. You know where? At Santa Paula Church.
Oh my god. Explain it.
All
Tell
right.
us the story.
No, I was young, so I dismissed it. Like I don't give it full attention because I was a little kid. You know,
Okay.
we were only there till I was like 7 years old, right? So I had to be anywhere from.
No, you weren't 7.
Or
How
you were
old was
like 3.
Oh no, probably up to.
I was
no,
15.
10, 11,
I was
12.
15.
3.5.
So you were 4
When we were in
years younger than me.
Tatacoy, we were like 12, right?
Good times.
Good times.
Maybe like 12
So what?
years old.
Nah, no,
The good
no way.
old days.
11?
I was 12 years old at Tatacoy.
Yeah, you were probably like 11 or
year-olds.
12.
Yeah, 11. 10 or 11. 10 or
from
11.
10 to 12 years old, we were at Tatacoy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were
So I
probably
had to be
somewhere.
like 10 or 9 years old.
Okay, there you go.
Max.
Anyways,
Okay, how about you
Anyways.
just tell us?
for real, bro. Like, damn.
Tell us what happened.
Let's
All
leave
right.
this
It's after
leprechaun
service,
and
right?
Apollo.
It's after service. All right. And it's dark, obviously, you know. This is probably in the winter time because, you know, daylight savings and stuff. So it's darker.
How's the weather?
It was brisk, but not too bad. Not too bad. Nice little brisk.
Frisky.
Probably should wear a sweater. I think I had a sweater on.
Okay.
the leprechaun have a sweater
anyways, you know how there's a Catholic church across the street?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking
I
at it,
wouldn't
you
know.
know, and it's the street light. Remember how you said the street light actually flickered? The street light actually
Yeah, those
flickered.
actually did flicker.
Those flickered. So I see the street light flicker, and so I look in that direction, and I look at the curb, and I see this this little man running. Just, don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. This is legit.
Describe
Actually,
how tall are we talking about?
the size of the curb. I mean, from the
So, like,
street
maybe
to the
like
curb. Like
4
that was his
inches?
height,
Like this tall?
like 4 inches or something.
It wasn't
man.
it Taquache?
It wasn't at Taquache because I see this
Or a
guy
standing
fully, like,
rat.
sprinting, bro.
You freaking kidding me?
I see this guy sprinting, bro.
like on the curb or where was
No,
he at?
no. So the street, the curb, okay, and then there's like the sidewalk. He was on the street, running on the street, and his head was probably like barely going over the curb.
The curve.
You
The
So I
probably-
see this guy
curve.
running, right? And I'm just looking at him like what the heck? But he's running sideways, so he's running with the curb. And then I see him run into the
Oh.
hole.
That's trippy.
I see him run into like the hole, that like the water hole,
Mhm.
whatever.
How far were you from it?
I was on
From-
the other side of the street.
So you would say like
Maybe like that's probably like what?
I mean, how big is the street?
20 feet away.
How big is a
It's
two-way
like 20
street?
20 feet away, maybe
Something like that.
something like that, right?
If I'm on the
20
sidewalk on one street,
Yeah,
he's on-
it's 20
16
20
feet. 16 feet.
Two
like
car
16
lengths.
Feet? It's 16? 16?
16 feet,
Yeah.
I guess.
20 feet.
Yeah.
20 feet?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
20.
Sure, wasn't it like a cat or
About
a
a
dog?
100
Standing?
Or a rat?
maybe like 200, 300
Wasn't a
centimeters.
Ninja Turtle?
200,
So it
300, 200, 300 inches.
A cat or a dog?
1,400 centimeters. I don't know.
Point is, what will happen or what?
Yeah.
No, that was
What
it.
else?
That was
That's
it.
all you saw?
That's all I saw. And
What
I
did he
remember
look
just
like?
being
But
like,
it was it dark
what?
or what was it
It
wearing?
was
or-
dark.
What did
It
he
was
look
dark.
like?
What did it look like it was wearing? Did it look like it
What
had
do you think is a
shoes,
leprechaun?
clothes?
Smile.
It looked like he had shoes, yeah. But I'm telling you, it looked like this very short man, like beard and everything.
So like if I was running,
Hat, kind of, yeah. I guess you could say like a very short version of you just booking it, like booking
could you
it.
see like its clothes? Like was it wearing shorts? Was it wearing long pants? Was it wearing like weird shoes? Did
It was
have-
wearing weird shoes for sure.
what kind of like,
Was he black, white, or
Shorts.
Hispanic?
I couldn't tell what color. Like it looked just all black.
okay?
I couldn't really tell the
Was he
color.
wearing a
I can't
hat,
say. I can't
glasses?
say he had like a red beard and like green clothes and. He,
So then how do you
he
know
was
it's a
looking for
leprechaun?
gold or something.
That's
Because
what
that's
you
just
called it.
that's when I just called it a leprechaun. It could have been a tiny little human or
Leprechaun?
something like that. But my thing when I saw it, I was just like, did I just see a leprechaun? Now, granted, you know,
Should we
you
go
ha-
back and
you have to take this
That's-
story with a grain of salt because I was probably like 10 years old,
9,
maybe
10
younger,
he
you
had
know.
just finished watching Sleeping Beauty.
and my childhood was a blur, as I always say. So,
But somehow I remember.
but somehow I remember that. I remember the weirdest thing. I remember the green light. I remember the leprechaun. Yeah.
Dude, you remember Chivo Man?
Chivo man.
Chivo
dude.
No,
man.
is this for real?
Did you ever hear of Chivo Man?
Chivo Man.
Did you ever hear of him?
Is this for real?
This is
Well-
for real.
You didn't know about him?
Okay, we didn't. I was gonna say we,
We
ran
didn't
into
see
him.
him.
We didn't see him, but
we know that he existed because we actually heard from people.
we heard from people. This was like in Santa Paula and
Santa
like
Paula
other.
area.
Yeah, we were talking about one time
Up in the
and then
hills.
I think we were getting like Red Bulls out of Vaughn's, and some lady was like, the cash register lady. She's like, "Are you guys talking about Chivo Man?" And we're like,
Legit, dude.
"What? Yeah."
It was a
And
thing
she's
over
like,
there or what?
Yeah, a lot of people have seen it, and we're like, "What?"
Yeah, we were just talking about it, like
No,
having a
the
conversation
funny
about
thing
it,
is,
and the lady started talking about it.
yeah, the funny
Looks like
thing,
legit.
it's supposedly it's
Some
like a
of this.
Chivo like man
Half Chivo,
that
half man.
runs around in like the mountains
In the wild.
in Santa Paula.
The Wild Wild West.
Like
Totally
a
down there.
chupacabra.
Yeah.
You heard of that?
But what's
like-
the name of? There's a name for those people, no? There's like
Chico Man.
no. There's
Santa
actually
Paulans?
like a name for.
For
you know
what?
how like it's
like
a human.
Humanoid.
Minotaur? What's it called?
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Yeah,
Half
you know,
human,
that
half
has four
horse.
legs, doesn't it?
It's in.
That's four legs.
Oh,
Minotaur's
that's-
yeah. It's a
that's
horseman,
yeah,
right?
It's a horseman.
what's that movie called? That has a bunch of those in it. It's
Like
kinda-
werewolves?
No.
Half horse, half human?
Yeah.
Half horse, half human?
Yeah.
Sure, it's horse or is it
or
goat?
a chivo or whatever.
We can look it up. I mean, Google does.
Narnia.
Narnia. There you go.
Oh.
Narnia.
I didn't even know how I knew it was that one.
Yeah, Narnia.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that. That's what I picture. Like
The hybrids.
Thomas, the
It's called a
whatever-
fawn.
the fawn.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
oh, and then what
I watched
happened?
the
Yeah,
movies,
actually,
but I never.
ancient Greek.
Oh, so- What happened? Yeah.
Joe and I, we would go hiking sometimes.
Yeah.
We'd go to Arroyo Verde. We would
Cool
go to
creature.
Two Trees. We would
Yeah.
go to like just anywhere where we would want to go hike. And
But
one
we
time-
had been to like so many spots already at the time when we were more athletic. Alex is still athletic. I'm not.
boy.
I'm definitely not. But we would go. Okay, so we would go out and we'd get into like, dude. One time we went to
like
the botanical garden, Arroyo Verde, and Chumash Trail,
That was
all
a
in one
trip.
day, dude. Like nonstop.
We did 3 hikes.
three
like,
different
hikes.
hikes. Nonstop. Oh man,
Nice.
dude, we were dead afterwards.
We wouldn't be able
We
to
ate
do that
Chipotle
anymore.
afterwards, and we can't do that nowadays. But there was one time that we went to Aurora Verde, and we went through a path that we were like, we've never been through this way before, and you can't really go through it. So we had gone to a couple spots where it was fenced off.
Was it during the day?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We had gone to a couple spots that were fenced off, and we were like, okay, we need to work together to try to get through. And there was one time, this is a different time, but one time we went through a barbed wire fence, and it was steep hill, so we were like
Oh, we've done
literally
that before.
holding
I've
each
done that
other.
before.
Remember that?
Oh yeah, to go around it.
To
so
go
we wouldn't
around
fall.
it, and we were like holding each other, get into a stable spot, hold the other person, and like, dude, there was one point where I literally just had Alex by the arms, and he was literally just dangling his feet and trying to get to
Oh
like a steeper
my
spot.
gosh.
Yeah. But no, going back to this spot, you want to tell him like how we got there?
So we were just hiking. We were trying to get up, right?
Yeah.
We were going through like
As
a
high
little
as we
valley.
could.
It was basically like and the fire service is called a chimney, but it's a valley. And you start at the bottom, you're gonna go up. But we went through like shrub and like bushes, but it's all dried up and it's all like kind of just old and stuff. And it's hard to get through it. We were pushing
Oh,
ourselves
dude, it
through
was
like
bad,
a
dude.
little hole basically. And then
was
I don't know,
bad.
it must have been a couple of meters, and then eventually we just kind of came up to an opening, and we're like, "Oh, what?"
No,
the
but
heck did we just-
before that, dude, he's not kidding. Like this stuff was bad. Like there was a point where I had to like, this was just like a wall of mountain and trees that I had to like. I had Alex like this on top of me, and he was trying to jump over it just to get to that spot.
Yeah.
You remember it? And we had to get rope.
towards the end, like
You guys
or
were
in the middle, right?
You guys weren't prepared and everything? Or?
No, we just went hiking.
Yeah, we just went hiking, but
like
we
this.
decided like, oh yeah, somehow he had rope inside his bag, and
This
Oh,
guy
that's
was
very
all
good.
prepared, tactical, had a knife, had everything.
We did
yeah,
have
yeah,
knives.
I cut
We
myself
always
that
had a
time.
knife, yeah.
Oh, it happened to me. Anyways,
But yeah,
And then we got to an end, and we're like, "Oh, okay, what the heck was?"
point is, you guys found like a little entry and like a little secret
Like a
spot.
little cave or what?
it looked
Yeah,
like
we went through a
something
cave.
had gone through it on all fours, like literally like an animal, like but big because
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
we're big. So we started going through it, and like we're noticing like, oh man, like it started turning into like a little tunnel before the opening of just trees. Like if something dug into it and like got through.
Yeah.
So eventually we start getting through, and we start joking around like, "Oh, it's Chivo
how
Man,
tall
it's
was
Chivo
this?
Man."
How tall
Like
was
we,
this
we
hole?
had to be on all fours.
We were crawling.
Oh, you guys
crawling.
were
You guys were
crawling.
crawling. How,
We were crawling.
how you guys just found this randomly in the middle of like?
You guys just
No,
find a
it
hole.
wasn't really randomly. It was
You
like we
find a
got to a
hole.
corner, and instead of we had gone through that path before, so we're like,
Let's go.
what if we try to go that way?
It's a
And
shortcut.
like,
We were looking
dude,
for
it's
a
just
shortcut.
bushes, and we're like, all right, well, let's try it, and see how far we can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we start going. Eventually,
How
we
old
get
were
to
you
that
guys?
part.
This is like a couple years ago.
A couple
4
years ago,
5 years
4
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago, 5 years. How old are you guys?
23.
23.
23, 24.
Probably your guys' ages.
Oh, okay.
So these guys just go hiking, see a hole, and let's say, hey, let's get on our fours
No,
and
well,
start.
we didn't see the hole first. We got past these bushes, and,
And
once
then-
we started
And then
climbing, we saw
became
a hole.
Yeah.
okay, and then what happened? Okay.
And
So
then
we
you
were thinking it's a
say-
shortcut, so we're like, "Oh, we have to go through it eventually to get to the other side." And then we come up to like an opening, and then there's like skeletons, like a bunch
Shut
of skeletons.
Shut
a bunch of
up.
bones, dude. We started at first. We
What
were
kind
like,
of bones?
Oh, I mean,
well,
we're like,
okay.
we're like, at first we were like tripping out. We're like, oh, could this
Oh,
be a
so they
body?
were
we're like,
carcasses.
no, it was kind of.
It was bodies.
It was kind of funny because
Like the head.
yeah.
I mean, you could straight up tell from the head. The head is.
Well,
Okay,
hold on.
yeah, okay,
We're looking at all the different bones,
Let them
right?
explain
And
the
so we're like,
skeleton.
at first, you're like, you come up to like a
we
side
we
where
saw
there's
a couple of
bones.
them first,
Mhm.
and we're just like, oh look, there's a chicken bone, but it's like this bone is way too big for a chicken.
Yeah.
Those
But
are
we're
big
just joking
bones.
around, and we it could have been. It seemed at first it was like, oh yeah, it's just a stick, but eventually we're like, no, these are all bones, dude. So we start getting up, and we get to that cleared area, and we had seen more and more bones, and we're like, these are weird sticks.
And you guys are on your fours right now.
No, we're
Well,
already.
we got past
out
that
of
point, and we got to like an open
okay.
area, and we started going, and we was like, okay, there's more, and then there's more, and now it looks like there's like
It got creepy.
piles.
And
Yeah,
this
it got
this
creepy,
this
dude.
It was
open
getting
area,
deep.
is it
Yeah, it was
inside
getting
of like a mountain? Is it like a hollow point of a
Like a
mountain?
valley?
like a valley.
It's like a valley, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to picture how you go through a
Okay,
hole.
you
and
know,
then,
I'm pretty
Hi,
sure
Danny.
you've been to Arroyo
Let them
Verde before.
explain.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So
I'm
you
trying to
know-
I'm trying to paint the picture.
I
Like,
already
but-
did.
You know
but
where
okay,
the,
but it's not just for you. It's for the Bromigos too. I want them to.
you know where
Nah.
the baseball field
Sort
is
of
at?
explained it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know how that there's that path that you could take to get to two trees?
Mhm.
So we've taken that path. And
Right.
we've taken the long path around.
Right.
So we kind of knew the area, and we had gone through all the majority of the paths.
Mhm.
So we're like, let's go through a path we've never been through.
Okay.
So we made our own path, which was
Off
kind
the
of
beaten bush.
Yeah, it was literally going through a bush.
Yeah.
So at the corner of that baseball field, once you get over the fences and everything
Right.
into like I call it the restricted areas,
Yeah. Yeah.
we just found this corner and we're like, okay, let's go that way, because we had gone this way and we had gone all the way around. But let's do a shortcut. That's what we were trying to do.
And where was this?
Arroyo
Arroyo
Verde.
Oh
Oh,
my
it's not Arroyo- oh, okay.
gosh.
Well,
So-
it's because I heard that the Chivo Man was only in Santa Paula.
So yeah, that's
That's
what
what I
I
heard.
heard too.
Yeah, that's why we were joking about. it's
okay,
it's
okay.
Chivo
Chivo
Man.
Man
Oh yeah, you
in
guys were
Arroyo
saying
Verde.
that, and then what happened? And then so you guys found the bones.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah, so
Danny,
we were
I'm not
just kind
trying
of
to
like
control-
tripping out because there was a bunch of bones laying around, and we're like, oh,
Like a lot, dude. And they were
lot,
spread out
like a lot.
everywhere. Yeah, and once we got up there, and we're just like, okay, these are like dead cows,
Yeah,
Uh,
we found
a
those
lot
skulls
of
of
them.
like cattle, and it was just
like a lot of them. Like it was
the horns.
Dude, we had like
of
horns.
some bulls.
We took pictures of them and everything. Dude, it was trippy because it
do you
was
guys
like
still have the pictures?
No,
Oh man, that'd be.
I think I
tight.
had it on Snapchat, and I don't even have Snapchat anymore.
You could still log in.
I think I tried a while back, and it
Oh.
didn't let me for some reason. I think I might have like
So it wasn't
deleted it.
humans.
no.
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't humans, but it was
A lot of
dude,
dead
It was
cows.
a lot of dead cows, and we were thinking like, dude, we're in a nest of like a cat, a giant cat that's killing all these things because
Oh, for real?
these things are
Mountain
like,
lions, huh?
yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
were
Or
tripping about. We're like,
coyotes.
your coyotes, but I mean, like,
Coyotes,
they're- coyotes kill cows that big?
yeah.
There must be a lot of coyotes or a big
I think
coyote.
it's mountain lions.
Oh, it could be mountain lion.
Mountain
Because
lions.
dude, it was
Maybe
weird.
coyotes actually. I don't know.
Well, the coyote must have been our size because it went through that little path.
Yeah,
Hyenas.
it was trippy.
Hyenas
It was-
in
it was-
California.
It was interesting just
Yeah, it's
because there was
trippy.
like
Yeah.
piles
I know
of
some hyenas.
different kinds. Of,
Yeah.
like, not just one cattle, but it was like multiple
a
ones.
lot of
So
different stuff.
in my mind, I'm like, maybe they fell because sometimes like you're hiking in Arroyo Verde
Oh,
and
and
you
they
see
probably
them.
fell and died.
Yeah, maybe they're just like, oh,
but that many fell. Yeah, that's why we were. At first, it was like, oh, maybe like it freaking didn't get enough water, and it just like died here. But
Yeah,
we started noticing
starved or
like, dude, these
dehydrated.
bones are scattered everywhere, and like you'll see like the head is over here, and like the rest of the body's over here, like it got dragged.
So-
like
Yeah.
they cut the head off, and it just got dragged over there.
So just to kind of end the story, it was basically like we grabbed a couple, remember, and we kind of set them up in a like a. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
But anyways, we kind of like put him in a
We got the
formation, or like we got the bones of like certain like types of bones,
guys
and
are
then the skull. We put it kind of like made a like a makeshift
I know.
altar.
Oh,
we
you guys,
made our own little
goodness.
Chivo man.
bro, you guys are bad.
We put the bones like
So they had the
on the ground. It
horns.
wasn't an altar. We were,
It had the horns
Right.
of the
Yeah, yeah.
cow, and then we started shaping the body to have arms and hooves and like
so that
legs.
the next people that ever
So whoever
find that
found it-
location,
So they'd be
find
like,
the bones.
"What the heck?"
found
Yeah,
Chivo
just
Man.
invest
Do you
Now,
think if
was
you
he
guys-
laying down or what? You had him.
He was
laying
on the
down?
ground. He was
Oh,
just
okay,
laying on the
yeah.
ground. And we
You
just laid
guys-
the bones.
That'd
I
be
down.
think I had
hilarious,
taken a
dude.
picture of that and
That,
posted
yeah, I
it
think
on,
so. That
on
would have been.
Snapchat.
That's
Because I was
stupid.
like, we found Chivo
Photo.
Man.
Chivo Man.
What
Yeah.
do you guys think if you guys would go back, it'd still be there?
Nah.
No,
It's been
Those-
years.
Yeah, the bones.
We should
probably
do a
long
hike to go
gone.
back there though.
Well, maybe might still be there.
Do you guys still know how to get there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably.
I'm kind of
could
down to
probably
go.
take it back there.
I'm not gonna lie,
Should go.
I'm down to go.
Although I feel like
Report
there's
for the
probably
Bromigos.
actually maybe there's less trees because of the fires.
Yeah,
Well,
it's true.
so
It's been years.
Because this was way before the fires.
we've gone on hikes. Like, remember that? Because you said it's right next to the corner of the baseball field.
It's past that.
Yeah, so you know how you
Because
guys
we've
get
gone
to
on
two
the
trees.
we've gone on the upper part. Yeah,
you
yeah.
got you
from
guys
there,
got
yeah.
gone to the
But
upper part.
it's
If you go
through
through
the
the lower
valleys.
part, there
valley,
is
yeah.
another path you can take to get to two trees.
That's how we did it, right?
We
went
did both.
behind the baseball field. And
You know what? Maybe the cows did fall down there though. And then
That's
at
what
that
we're
point,
thinking. Because
That's what I'm
if you look up, you
'cause
still
I almost
see,
fell down there, bro.
maybe a fall.
Yeah, if you look up, you
Especially
can still
cows.
see
They're dumb.
that. Like, okay, if the cow was like on the ridge line, it could probably
Yeah.
trip, fall, and then eventually tumble down down
Yeah,
here.
and then something just eats it down
and
there.
something just eats it.
Because I mean, there was a point where me and Sam we were going, we were doing that hike or whatever, and we were holding on to barbed wire,
I remember that.
and he's telling me, "Hey, kick the dirt to know where the strong places are." And I'm kicking the dirt, and a big old piece behind me falls, so I fall with it. And if it wasn't for that pole being there that my
To
leg
grab
got
onto?
caught onto, or my leg got caught
Oh, you
onto.
did get caught on.
Yeah, my leg got caught on. If I didn't
Oh,
get
you were
caught
there
onto
too?
that, 'cause
I think I was.
No, you weren't there
No,
that
I wasn't
day.
there? Oh.
No, we ended
Oh,
up
that's
going
another
after,
time.
but my leg got caught onto it, but it's a good thing that I got caught onto it, because if I didn't, I would have kept slipping and fell off, off the cliff. And
Dang.
just one of my many near-death experiences.
Yeah, no, the closest we got was that like barbed wire fence / area where I was holding you. But once we actually got Alex to the stable ground area, I was able to go down there, and we kept doing that like back and forth, just holding on to. He was holding on to me while he was kind of like finding the stable areas.
Yeah,
That's crazy, bro. You guys are crazy.
yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, fun times.
Fun times indeed. All right, well, yeah, we're gonna end it there. Great way to finish episode 9 with Chivo Man, aliens, and leprechauns.
Leprechaun.
Leprechauns. All right, let's do this.
Yeah. I saw a leprechaun in the head. Nice.
Tune in next time for episode 10.
Yes, sir.
Catch you guys later.
Thank you, man.